Good morning, my tubies and my teletubbies and my diamonds. I want to talk about reasons why you have a lot of people who don't love themselves. Reason number one is their peers. Some people grew up with loving parents, but they still don't love themselves, and that's because of their peers' opinion of them. Now, before they arrived at kindergarten or pre-K or kindergarten, their life was going really smoothly. Their parents showered them with love, gave them hugs and kisses and praise. Their little scribble scrabble, drawings. And their mom told them how smart they were or how cute they looked. And they loved themselves. Their parents were a positive part of their life, and their family or their neighbors were positive as well. Everyone around them loved them and treated them nicely or treated them special. Well, except for their siblings from time to time. You know how brothers and sisters can be. But that was something that they eventually got used to. Now, once they began school, they met people who were negative and people who judged them because of how they looked. Also, they had teachers who praised them, but also gave them bad grades on assignments. They had now entered into the real world, and they were now being judged on their looks. If their peers accepted them, it confirmed what their parents said about them. But if their peers didn't accept them, they began to question their parents. And that if their parents had told them the truth about themselves. Now, a child who believes their peers instead of their parents, they begin to have low self-esteem. That has nothing to do with what their parents did or their childhood. What their peers think about them matters to them more than what their parents think. They think their parents are now just being nice because they're their parents and that their friends are telling them the truth. And that usually happens when they turn like 13, 14, when they care less about their parents and more about their peers. Now, unless there's an intervention or the kid learns to love themselves, they will continue to learn and listen to their peers for the rest of their life, always looking at themselves through their peers' eyes and not their own eyes, and value what their parents said. Also begin to think for themselves. That's going to be an issue for them. Now let's think about reason number two. They start hating themselves is because of their flaws. Some people don't love themselves because of that. They hate how they look, or they hate something else about themselves. The only thing they focus on is their flaw, and they are miserable because of that. Just because they have a few flaws, they hate themselves. That's ridiculous. Realizing that having flaws, they don't realize it, that it doesn't make you unlovable. If someone doesn't accept you and accept your flaws, then that just simply tells you that that's not the person for you and that's the wrong person for you. Now, when you meet the right person, they will accept you the way that you are. That's what their parents would tell them. But I doubt very much if these teenagers will believe that. Because like I said, when they reach a certain age, they care more about their peers. So they have to learn that they are more than just their flaws. And the right person is going to know that. And that you are more than just flaws. There are plenty of good things about you. And those are the things that you should be focusing on. Parents would tell them that, but God help us all if they would listen. And then you got another reason is that they hate their life. They hate their life. Their life is far from what they want it to be. And their life makes them feel miserable. They need to realize that they're the only person that can change their life. If you're not happy with your life, then fix it. Don't expect someone else to come and fix it for you. And the fourth reason is their past. They've been through a lot, and we get it. We all have. Who hasn't? Build a bridge. That's what I say. Learn to build a bridge. And their heart is broken, or they're broken. They've been hurt by a lot of people in their past, and they can't get over it. If people are always hurting you and leaving you, it can take a toll on your self-esteem and your self-worth. I get that part. People hold on to the past because something made them happy. They think about the happy things and they make They want to hang on to that because that helps make them feel happy again. Or they hold on to the past because something made them miserable and it's still making them miserable and they can't seem to let it go. I'm really big on that. Let it go. Now, if you're broken, find a way to fix yourself because you can't stay broken forever and you have got to apply Philippians 3:12-15. Let go of the past if you want to make it to the finish line, honey. I can't say this any more clearer, but that's really the basic reason, because you have a lot of people who always want to blame, the mother. It's because of what my mother did. And a lot of times these kids are broken. It's not their mother or their parents. It's because of their peers. Because they get to a certain age where they don't care about what their parents think about them. They're not trying to impress their parents anymore. They want to fit in, and that's understandable, but you have them constantly still blaming their parents. It's the blame game, but they have to look at the real areas of why they are so unhappy with their lives. I gotta run. This is SheilaTruelove, loving you always. And if you don't like your life, fix it. You're in the driver's seat. You're in charge of your life now. It's on you now. No more blaming parents. And learn how to build a bridge. Twinkle, twinkle, twinkle.